Chart of the Day Cafe for Tuesday, October 20th, 2015. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk, and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Thank you for your patience with that. So as always, we start our videos off with a 2-year weekly chart of the Russell Index. We use the Russell as our simple proxy for overall market health, strength, and direction. And because we never want to put a chart forward to our viewers unless we're putting it forward in a rising market environment. So with that, this is not a rising market environment right now. It has some lift to it, granted, but as we've been saying in our latest videos, we're still waiting until price moves up and over this upper blue band before putting any new Chart of the Day Cafe feature charts forward. So we're just being patient. Sorry about that. It's been still waiting, but I hope you guys all understand it's all about not trading against the trend. So as soon as price moves up and over this blue band, if it does, it may reverse. We're keeping an open mind. It's in an area here where it's starting to come up against what might be resistance, and it may start to roll, or it may lift. Either way, we're going to do what the market tells us to do. So with that, let's go and take a quick look at some of the charts we put forward last Thursday as kind of flagging caution here. This is the US dollar. You might want to keep an eye on that, as well as interest rates on the 10-year, which sure enough are starting to perk up a little bit. And the other one we looked at was the VIX. So the VIX has fallen off a little bit. Let me put it into a daily chart so you can really see this orange area. It's just a rough area, is support. So we want to be just extra careful around this area that the VIX doesn't start to pick up and cause some market weakness. We only, in our Chart of the Day Cafe model portfolio, it's up 7.32%. It's 5 picks that are diversified in different sectors, and when the market starts to sell off, we go to cash. So we just use the blue line. It's simple. You just use the blue line, and when the blue line says go away, we sell, and we just sit in cash as we did through this part of September. And then we started to add a few positions when the market perked up, and now we're just being careful again. We only have one position open right now, and that's Gilead. We may add today depending on the outcome, and I'll show you the ones that we're looking at. On Thursday, I flagged for you a couple of charts we were looking at. One of them was CALM. We flagged it here, and look at that nice price move. And this is a past Chart of the Day Cafe pick. The value is still with this one. Way too late now. You don't want to be buying it now, but that was one that really did well after we flagged it. For our viewers, the other ones that I am keeping an eye on currently, my two favorites, Skyworks Solutions. Again, I will be buying this in the Chart of the Day Cafe portfolio once price moves up and over the blue line, not until then. This is one that we flagged back here. It's a really great, I checked the value scores on it this morning, still very, very high. The other one is AMBA. Past Chart of the Day Cafe pick, just for perspective, it was a Chart of the Day Cafe pick. Let's put it onto the weekly. This AMBA, which is the GoPro optical semiconductor company that deals with cameras and optics. We put it forward somewhere in here, Chart of the Day Cafe. This is the weekly chart, and it had this nice run up, so it's come right back into that area again, and it's starting to settle, and the value on this one is still really high. So should AMBA move up and over that blue line like it looks like it wants to, we will add this to the Chart of the Day Cafe just for the fun of it, paper money portfolio, not making any recommendations whatsoever. So with that, it's going to be an interesting day. So here are our two options for our model portfolio today. Either, sorry, I'm going to pull it into a closer time frame so you can see, either we're going to take positions long in AMBA or Skyworks Solutions, one or the other. Or should the market start to soften here, we will take positions in this ETF, which is the RWM. It's the inverse ETF to the Russell. We will take a position in RWM should it move up and over the blue line, because it is now sort of, the market's at this area where it's a bit of a draw, but as you can see, this is in a little bit of an uptrend. So if it starts to move up and over that blue line for our model portfolio, we will take a position in this and close out any longs. And just as a reminder on GILD, which is the only stock we're holding right now in that model portfolio, it was purchased on this day here, cross of the blue line, and so far so good. So it's one that we're up very, very slightly, but and the rest is cash. So with that, I will leave you for today, and we will connect again on Thursday. Have a great week.